it's really an interesting feeling to make a dimensional embroidery, which is what I'm calling what I'm doing. I've never worked like this before, but that is just the nature of the work. There are times when just because you've not done something before, it doesn't mean that you can't be competent at it, or it can't work. The point is to do it, just to see that it can work at the end of the day for what you have in mind. A lot of the time when you're doing work like this began as just the idea to embroider the coat of arms on curtains and have these curtains blowing in the breeze. The intention to show this work at the National Museum. Almost do the pieces like bunting. But as I discussed the work with a dear friend of mine who understands what I'm doing, and we discussed what I wanted to achieve, the idea grew out of the initial plan to just create this bunting, to using the coat of arms in a far more informed manner than the initial plan. So although I was very pleased with the idea of the bunting and had held to the idea for so long, it was also easy to let it go, which sometimes is the case with work too. Yes, you want to do this, you want to do it this way, you're very pig-headed almost about, oh, you must do it this way. But at the end of the day, when you start working on the work speaks for itself, and the work speaks through you. And no matter how much you want to believe that you are in control of it, if the thing is not meant to be done a certain way, it's just not going to come out well. That's why for many of us in art, you have people who will tell you, oh, why can't you just sit down and do so. No, it's a very serious process. You can't rush it. You can't be cheap. At least I can't. You can't be shallow about what you plan. You can't be vague. You can't say, well, however it goes, it will work out. No, you have to be very, very clear about what you want to do, how you want it to look, what your intentions are, and you have to have a lot of humility, because sometimes you follow a piece of work and you think, hey, this is the direction it's meant to go in, and even in the drawing process, as you start drawing the thing, you realize, hey, this is not going to work. It's facile, or it has no depth at all to where I want it to go, and you're humbled by your ideas as much as you are excited by your ideas, to see them actually come from off the page to be viewed by people who either get it or don't get it. Creating this dimensional embroidery, which is what I call this work, is time consuming but very rewarding. I'm very excited to see how the piece will assemble and how it will look in the gallery that I'm going to show it at, called The Space, in a week. And it's going to make all that effort of bending the wire, threading the wire, assembling the pieces, getting it inside the other material so that it looks ghostly. All of their parts will come together finally. This one piece of work that shall speak and say so many things at the space.